think that when I was elected, I wasn't what people expected. I wasn't all serious and, stoic and whatever. I think that kind of got folks to start seeing me as an individual who's part of a team. I wanted to open up a conversation. I wanted to acknowledge the folks that were in the audience, and so that we could be a team, a real team, instead of just the 5 people up here.
There are certain people in your community, especially the women, who are matriarchs of your community. Edwina is a matriarch of Richfield. When you want to run for office, you know where the first call better be? Edwina García. And they do. And they call her, and they seek her advice, and they seek her endorsement.
I got to know Edwina through the legislature when she was running for office for the first time. And I was staff director for Democrats in the Minnesota House of Representatives. When she did get elected, we got to be very good friends, and I have now known her for 32 years. She is my best friend and my soulmate.
I first learned about Edwina when I was in high school, and I was doing a project around women leaders in Minnesota, and I came to find out that the first Latina that had been elected to the legislature was of Mexican descent. And to me, that just blew my mind, because I could not put 2 and 2 together that in Minnesota, we had already had leadership that looked like me and that had a culture similar to me.
It's always important that people see themselves in their government, in whatever serving them, and having people that look like you, identify with you, understand you, is really important to effective leadership.
What struck me about her is how effective she was, how well she represented her constituents, how honorable she was in that way.
I recall Edwina simply being ferocious about defending her community and making sure that the city of Richfield was being taken into account when making those decisions.
What are you doing to advance our community? She has those questions. But she also asks, and how are you? How's your heart? How's your family?
Somebody who was not there because of the title or the position, but was really there to serve, to be of service in a way that is not just, let me do this for you, but this is how you do it. She's a wealth of knowledge of just how to campaign, how to deal with people. She's quite amazing when it comes to that. She knows how to get it done.
The thing that always got me is that the rule is, you never judge another member. I always thought of all of us being a team and on the same page about serving our constituency.
She's very direct, let's put it that way. So she doesn't mince words. She's very direct, but she usually ends up doing it using her humor.
She's very frank about it. She's like, I disagree with that, but tell me, what do you think that?
I always respected that they had a different perspective, and I would always hope that they would speak first and then me second, because then I could, counter whatever they were saying or add something.
It was such an eye-opener as to what it means to really represent and to really bring into focus the needs of her community.
I think one of the most impressive things about her is it wasn't just about all of her public policy. It was about advancing other people. She thought they would be really good in an elected position.
Helping people navigate the system that she had the skills and knowledge to navigate, but not everybody does.
I think Edwina is not only a first of many, she has become a staple of Richfield, the ceiling breaker for many to come. Like knowing that my daughter is growing up and knows the first woman of color that was elected in the history of Minnesota, and that is also Mexican-American heritage, is incredibly powerful for a little girl, firstborn of undocumented parents, that was born in Richfield and that is about to go to high school. That is incredibly powerful and inspiring.
See, I always figured, the boss in all of this are the constituents that put you in office. And the constituents that place you in office, they trust you. And so you've got to do the best for them, and you've got to listen to them.
Having a Latina as a city council member, having a mayor who was Latina, and then having a state senator who represented this area that was also Latina. That was incredibly powerful to be standing in that moment in time.
She really turned a lot of people onto public service, and the help was amazing because it's so hard to learn all that on your own end. It's a fearful thing to even think about running if you don't know where to start or how to do it.
Edwina reminded me that the local work and the work with the neighbors is one of the most important works that we can ever do.
I'm very proud that my mom is being honored, and it's very nice to see her being appreciated and recognized for all the work she's done.
We've had a lot of firsts here. We've had a lot of glass ceilings broken, and it's been a wonderful time to watch that and be a part of that history. But Edwina was the one who started it. She was the first.